You've done it. You've mastered your home market. Your brand's a success, and now you're looking across the pond. You see the massive potential in Europe, and you're thinking, okay, where on earth do I even begin? If that's you, you are in exactly the right place. This is your 5-minute playbook for European expansion.
Europe is a huge opportunity, no doubt about it. I mean, it's home to 5 of the world's most advanced e-commerce markets. But here's the thing you have to get right from the start. Europe isn't one big country. Each one of these markets, from Germany to Spain, has its own rules, its own culture, and its own way of doing things. And that's where it gets a little complicated. And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do you navigate this maze of different languages, complex tax laws, and all these unique shopper expectations without just getting totally overwhelmed? Well, the secret isn't to try and do everything at once. Success here comes from a smart, strategic, and phased approach. So in this explainer, we've laid out a 4-step roadmap to guide you. We're going to start with the big picture opportunity, then we'll get into choosing your launchpad, planning how you scale up, and finally, we'll wrap it all into a simple playbook you can use. Let's get into it. All right, before we start picking countries, let's just zoom out for a second and look at the lay of the land. What are the common threads that actually connect these top European markets? What does the European consumer really want? These are pretty much the non-negotiables. Whether you're selling fashion or supplements, European shoppers care a lot about sustainability and knowing where their products come from. They absolutely expect a localized experience. And that's not just language and currency, it's cultural details too. And you can bet they won't even think about clicking buy without seeing trusted payment options and a super easy returns policy. You get these things right, and you've built a solid foundation pretty much everywhere.
Okay, now for the big one, your first move. This is probably the most critical decision you'll make because it really sets the stage for your entire European expansion. And when it comes to your launchpad, there are 2 clear frontrunners, the UK and Germany.
This really lays out the choice you're making. On one hand, you've got the UK, which offers the comfort of the English language and just a world-class logistics network. But of course, post-Brexit, it comes with its own unique compliance hurdles. Then you have Germany, the absolute engine of the EU's single market. The paperwork up front is a bit more involved, but it gives you a direct line into Europe's biggest economy.
And really, the consensus among experts is pretty clear. If you're serious about cracking the EU single market, Germany is the most strategic place to start. Why? Well, it's a mature market. The logistics are incredibly efficient, and German consumers are already very comfortable shopping online, especially on platforms like Amazon.
So how do you actually win in Germany? It really all comes down to trust. German shoppers value quality and precision, so your product info has to be detailed and totally accurate. You need to offer their favorite ways to pay, like paying by invoice or Rechnung. And on a practical note, start that VAT registration process early. It can take about 12 weeks, so you do not want to leave that to the last minute.
You're going to hear this acronym EPR a lot, so let's just quickly break it down. It stands for Extended Producer Responsibility, and what it means is that your business is financially on the hook for recycling the packaging you use. This is a huge compliance step in Germany and right across the EU, so it's something you've got to get on top of from day one. But hey, don't write off the UK just yet. While Germany is the key to the EU market, the UK is an absolute logistics powerhouse. A lot of brands use it as a home base to warehouse and fulfill orders for the entire region, taking advantage of that English-speaking environment and amazing infrastructure.
Okay, so once you've set up your launchpad in either Germany or the UK, it's time to think about scaling. So let's talk about your next wave of expansion, France, Spain, and Italy. And this table right here shows you exactly why we call these Phase 2 markets. Each one has its own unique and often time-consuming challenge. France has stricter regulations. Spain's VAT process is incredibly slow, and Italy has its own special compliance hurdles. You've got to plan for these quirks if you want to succeed.
Let's just zero in on the single biggest bottleneck you're likely to face when you're scaling: Spanish bureaucracy. Why does it take a staggering 6 to 12 months to get your VAT registration sorted out?
Well, the answer is a pretty frustrating 2-step process that you can't do at the same time. First, you have to apply for and get your EU VAT number. Only after you have that can you even begin the application for your local Spanish VAT number. It's a one after the other process, and that's why you're looking at a 6 to 12-month wait. It's a long time, so you really have to plan ahead for it. Now, when it comes to France, planning is everything. And we're not just talking about translating your website. We mean deep localization. French shoppers are fiercely loyal to French-language brands, so everything from your packaging to your marketing has to feel authentically French. And you should be ready for a more regulated environment, especially for things like cosmetics or supplements. The key takeaway? Just build that extra time into your project plan from the get-go.
We have covered a ton of ground, so let's pull all of this together into a simple 4-step playbook you can take away and use. This is it. This is your roadmap. Step 1, choose your Launchpad. Step 2, tackle all that compliance stuff head-on, right away. Don't wait. Step 3, go all in on localizing the experience. And finally, Step 4, plan your expansion in phases. If you follow these 4 steps, you'll turn what seems like a daunting challenge into a really manageable and profitable strategy.
So we've given you the map and the playbook. Now it's your turn to start the journey. The only question left is, where are you going to go first? What's going to be the first stamp in your brand's new passport? The European market is waiting. Go get it.